Yeah, my name is Vladimir Malyavin. I'm working in Taiwan, Tamkang University. I'm a sinologist by training, by background. So my field of interest is China, Chinese culture, and East Asian countries and East Asian political system. In Taiwan, I'm teaching mostly on European history, including Hungary and Austria, and Russian civilization, comparative civilization. This is my major field of interest. There are many big issues, but I'm a small man, so it would be a little bit incompatible. I'm most interested now in the spiritual values of East Asian civilization on the one hand, but I've come here to discuss the issue of possible Eurasian, what I would call Commonwealth. It's a good English word that I would prefer to union, because it's a commonwealth. It's something that we might have in common, and that would be our common wealth and hope. And I hope I can present an interesting project, both philosophical, political, and anthropological, on the possibility of Eurasian common mentality and common political space, which is different from the West. I'm starting from just two fundamental options in the history of civilizations and man's self-knowledge. You either identify yourself with some essence or whatever, something existing, or you are identifying yourself with the limit of your experience, whatever it is. So in the first case, you are Westerner in the sense that you have a strict formal identity. On this identity, what is based is your personal freedoms, rights, responsibilities. You can be a civilian, etc. So you are what you are, which is, by the way, a dangerous thing, because I wonder how can you live on with such an identity. It's complete. It's not a fake, but it's not living. It's not living because you're changing all the time. So you have somehow to accommodate that to your life, which I think explains why European civilization has a strong element of hypocrisy in a sense. I'm sorry to say that, in a sense. That's all right. We need to survive somehow. No problem with that. And the second case, option, being identical to the transformation, or metanoia, if you wish, this Greek word, which drives you, propels you somewhere in the unknown dimension of existence. It's just a pure logical option. You have to choose either this or that. So the first is the West, but that doesn't mean that the West cannot learn something from the East, and the vice versa, of course. So we have this appearances or expressions of both ways in every culture, and even in every human personality, in a sense. But still, you have to make a decisive option, either that or that. That's all. So now, finally, we would have what I would call Euro-American global system, based mostly on Cartesian and Kant's legacy, philosophical legacy, with all this individualism and liberalism that go together with it, and what I would call Eurasian or Euro-Asian Commonwealth, because you cannot have a union here, since you have no formal or strict identities. So there is nothing to be, you are not equal to anything. There is no equality, no equal citizens, whatever. No nation states, of course, because nation is just expanded individuality in a sense. So then you have this global system, which would be just, which would run parallel to Euro-American. So the global world will be the parallel existence, but they are mutually impenetrable. They cannot influence each other or even notice each other in a sense of these two systems. This is my idea that I would like to present here. Now, in the first place, you have self-knowledge and self-identity, but in Asia you have communication and sensitivity. Sensitivity. I think that might be the main watershed between the East and the West. And now, since we have informational civilization, what is important is communication. You don't care much about objective truth, and I think Europeans already have almost given up on their premises themselves. Europe has capitulated even before the enemy would come, but no enemy would come, because Chinese would penetrate the West without making any claim for identity or fame. They would be satisfied living in Chinatowns as they do. And what is a Chinatown? Can you tell what is its political affiliation? Nothing. What are they doing there? You don't know. They're making some fake products, of course, because they will never represent anything original. It's only Europeans claim for originality, because they need to claim. And they think they are original in everything. They are the creators of the world, the makers of the world. This is just in a nutshell what I would like to say in a few minutes in my presentation. Maybe I can already cancel my report.